Welcome back, home brewers. Today, in this very video, we are looking at a really handy new product. That is the Kegland Fill-O-Meter.
Look, Rob, all you said to me earlier today was, James, can you set the cameras up and clear some space in the brew school? I want access to where the water is, all that kind of stuff. You didn't actually explain to me what you wanted to make a video about today.
No, I didn't. And sometimes we do that to each other. Sometimes you come up with a video idea for me and I've got no idea until I stand here in front of the camera. Anyway, the case is this one. We are looking at Kegland Fill-O-Meter. They've been around for ages. We haven't stocked them before. There was a bit of an issue with selling them with a UK power supply. We've now sorted that. And thank you, Stuart Evans of Warm Hug Fermentations, because this was a massive product recommendation from you. And I know that you might already have one, but other people will be really pleased that we've got them because they're going to be a real useful product. Boom. This is the new Fill-O-Meter, or at least new to us, James.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, it's brand new to me because although I did all of the research, I did the ordering, I got it here, I sorted out the power supply and everything else, this is the first time I've actually had the unit out of the box. But I can actually see it's not the first time you've had it out of the box, is it? Because it's still got water in it. So, actually, you, James, can tell us all about it. Why have you been so interested in it, James?
Well, there is a bit of a myth going around here at Malt Miller HQ. Certainly when it comes to Mr. Rake, that I keep sabotaging his water calculations. I mean, I've only set the water up for you.
Well, that's the bit that concerns me from past experience. Coming up a little bit short, you know.
When I'm preparing recipes for us to brew together, he always ends up over his water, over his volume, or over his gravity, or under his gravity, and having to boil off. Now, I think he just needs to take ownership of building his own recipes. But personally, I wanted to just make sure that I wasn't going crazy. So this actually got me really excited, because what this is a very clever little box of tricks that basically inside has a counter which counts the flow of liquid through the device, and a solenoid valve to switch it on and off. You can program how much liquid you want it to dose, how much water you want it to dose. Importantly, it doesn't have a pump. It isn't a pump.
Yeah, it's not a pump, is it?
No. So you can feed it from mains water, or you might be able to, well, no, you would absolutely be able to feed it from one of maybe like our magnetically coupled pumps.
Yep.
If you had like a water supply, so maybe if you're collecting a lot of RO water, you could then dose it through a pump through this to make sure you get the right volumes.
What's it not for, James?
Well, anything that isn't water.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a water device.
Yeah, unlike the Bev pump that we featured a couple of weeks ago on the channel, which is designed to move many different types of liquid around, this is specifically for moving water. There's a couple of reasons for that, Rob. First and foremost, the flow that goes through it is important. So it can handle from 1 litre per minute to 30 litres per minute. Now, that's quite a wide range, but under 1 litre per minute, it won't be able to read.
Yeah.
And most of the time, moving beer around, you're not going to be moving it around at like higher speeds, and that certainly as a home brewer, it's not delicate, it's not gentle on the product. No. Right. Secondly, it's worth noting that if you wanted to try and use this for collecting RO water directly from the mains, the flow out of most RO filters is going to be under 1 litre per minute. Certainly the smaller sort of 3-stage, 4-stage RO filters that we've got experience with. In fact, I tried it on this. I hooked our RO filter up to it to see if that would work, and it didn't. But it's a good experiment to try. That's the sort of things we do so that actually you guys don't need to.
Actually, it's got many uses outside of brewing as well.
Yeah.
Because delivering water to anywhere in your garden, actually you want to measure how much you're doing. It's the ideal tool.
Yeah, definitely. You know, maybe in the summer you've got like a water kind of garden watering system set up, and you want to, you know, trigger it to only dose X amount of litres. It's a really good way of doing it. But back to brewing, right? Now, what I'd like to do, Rob, is get this set up, talk everybody at home how to get it set up. It's dead easy, by the way. Talk you through how to get it set up, and show you just how accurate it is.
Let's get on it.
I know I've got you down low here, Rob.
Yeah,
so
this is a little bit awkward, isn't it,
I
James?
apologise. We'll be as quick as we can, all right? But we've got the Fill-O-Meter now set up. In fact, we've screwed it to the wall. You beautifully screwed it to the wall whilst I was filming.
Yeah.
But we've also added the brass hose lock adapters that Kegland supply. Okay. Now these are just a threaded half-inch.
Half-inch BSP, James.
Yep. So anything that takes half-inch BSP, so cam locks.
Yeah, I could see definitely on the outlet a cam lock being really useful.
Yeah. But we've just hooked it up with the hose lock adapters here.
Yeah.
Super simple. Power supply above where we're going to be handling liquids, just keeping it out of the way. Now, we are all set up to dose some water, okay? Now, to set the amount of water we would like the Fill-O-Meter to dose is super simple. Press the set button and press it again, and it goes through the gradients, all right? So we're now on the litres, so that's like 10.1 of litre and then
0.01.
yeah, all right?
So millilitres and then hundreds of millilitres and then litres.
Yes, that's it. Far better explained than I did. Right, so we're going to change this down to 2 litres, okay? Now, the yellow hose that you've got there, can you just point it into that bucket, please?
Pointed into bucket.
I'm going to turn on our water supply.
Yeah.
Holding pressure, no leaks.
No.
We put some PTFE tape on the threads, didn't we? Because it's plastic on metal.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure there was a bit of extra.
You want to say lubrication, don't you?
I do. Yes. Yeah. Bit of.
You can say lubrication on there, James. It's fine.
For the threads.
Yeah.
You know, just to make sure they don't leak.
Yeah. Lube them up with PTFE.
Yeah, which you did beautifully.
Come on.
Right. All I have to do now is, and I can see on the screen how much flow is coming through in terms of litres per minute, and I can see how much has been dosed. 2 litres.
James, I actually really like that. It's really good.
Do you want to have a go pressing the button?
Well, I wouldn't mind, but just one thing. The amount of times, not just during a brew day, but the amount of times throughout a whole brew. So if you think you're brewing it, all the fermentation, everything that you've got to do, and then bottling or kegging or whatever, the amount of times that you've got to measure out water.
Yeah.
It might be because I want to make a litre of no rinse. It might be because I want to make 5 litres of it, having to put it into a jug. That's a bit of a hassle. Now, all I need to do is get a trug and put 5 litres in there, because the trug's not got a measurement on it, and bosh.
Stop.
Oh, the stop button, James.
It's even got a nice little graphic with the tap flowing with water.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I can see that is
There you go.
awesome. Okay. Okay, James, turn the water supply off because we need to talk about this. James, can we stand up now, please?
Yeah. We can stand up. Your knee's all right now.
I had a very strenuous weekend, actually, James, and I'm still aching.
You said you wanted to talk to me. What questions have you got, Rob?
Most important one is accuracy, because when we are doing things like mixing up a no-rinse sanitizer solution or measuring water into our HLT or all-in-one, accuracy is all important.
Yep.
So how are we finding this unit?
Well, when I first got it out of the box and set it up, I got a set of scales that we used. Big set of scales. We use them for weighing parcels that are going out, but might be the ones that you might be familiar with if you're into kegging, that you use to weigh your keg, right?
So relatively accurate scales.
Yeah. Especially when we're dealing with, kilos rather than, grams and 0.1 of a gram. Perfectly fine for what we wanted to do here.
Yeah.
I set it all up, asked it to deliver 5 litres. It delivered 5.35.
Okay, so 360 mil out over 5 litres.
Yeah. Now, that in itself, I was like, that's not accurate enough. Because you times that by 2. So if you're filling an HLT and you're filling your all-in-one.
Yeah, no, we need better than that.
Yeah, that could, over 5 litres, that could be a litre extra in each if you've got 15 litres.
Yeah.
Handily, there is a way to calibrate it. Okay, so I worked out what percentage of 5 litres 3.5 was over, or 350 grams was over, and then in the settings for this you can adjust its basically the way it's determining how much flow is going through. It's set at 9.4 litres per minute, I believe, out of the box.
Yep.
So I adjusted that down to 9 litres. Did it again, 5 litres, spot on.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and I did it 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
and it was spot on.
And you
every
did that
single time.
by measuring the weight of the liquid that's in there. We know that 100 ml of water weighs 100 grams, so it's easy to do.
Yep. Which now means that whenever I use this, I can dose exactly the same amount of water that I need for my recipe. There's no relying on the gradients inside the brewing system.
Yeah.
I know for you, your eyes are getting a bit tired these days, you know, seeing the gradients inside the brewing system
Yeah,
or in
no
a kettle.
chance.
Yeah, yeah. So being able to just type it in on an illuminated screen and hit go, great, right?
James, I want to fill my all-in-one brewing system and I want to put 20 litres of water into it. Now, the great thing about this is I can just switch this unit on and walk away.
Yeah. How many times, you know, I don't want to sound exactly like Key did in his video, but this is definitely a shared problem for homebrewers, right? Where you're trying to kind of get ready for brew day and you're maybe doing 2 or 3 things at once. For me, I know that I'm maybe like weighing out my salts and minerals for my water additions. I might be trying to just clean some bits and pieces up, get a fermenter ready. Yeah, just turn this on. When it's done, turns off.
Right, my worry is what happens if something happens to the power while I'm not actually watching it.
Yeah.
Right, so the power shuts off.
Yeah,
For
so
any reason.
let's say one of the most likely examples would be that you accidentally knock the cable, pull the cable out of the bottom.
Yeah.
More likely than a power cut,
Yeah.
but equally, both could happen. Now, what's amazing about this is there's a solenoid inside. When the power goes off, shuts.
Awesome.
Right? So completely stops flow. Look, folks, there's not much else to talk about the Fill-O-Meter, but if you have one already and you've got some tips about how you use it in your home brewery, we'd love to hear about it, right? Because I'm certainly going to be getting one for mine, I think.
Yeah, actually, and it's a no-brainer. We just install one of those on each one of our brew schools. Just saves so much time.
Yeah, I mean,
Great
the guys
product.
getting set up for brewing.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier.
Really, really good. Now, the only other thing really left to say is if you've made it to the end of the video and you're not already, please do subscribe to our channel. Not only are we covering bits and pieces like the Fill-O-Meter, but also full-length brew days. And we've got some amazing projects in the back catalogue that you can go and check out as well. Hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with everything we're doing. Oh, and also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. There's also a link down in the description below so you can sign up to our newsletter, stay up to date with any offers we're running, promotions, new products, new videos, all that kind of stuff. And as ever, have a great brew.
Cheers.